All right, guys, welcome back to Crossman Productions. It's Tuesday. Hopefully, everybody's doing good. You guys are, settled in for the day. Man, we have had such a crazy week this week. Yesterday, we got to sit down with Todd Terry. A lot of you guys know him from Fair of the Walking Dead. He was in Breaking Bad, El Camino, the Breaking Bad movie, Better Call Saul, and then of course he's Detective Travis in one of my favorite shows called Vindication. That was a lot of fun to do. Sit down and talk to Todd. So if you guys missed that, definitely go check that out. And remember, for season 3, we're going to do a special segment where I'm going to highlight someone new each week. So if you're wanting to be on the show and be able to share your journey, the way to do that is to go to Facebook, subscribe, go to YouTube, subscribe, go to Facebook, send me a friend request, and then in my messenger, send me a little bit about you and your journey. And each week, starting next month, we're going to highlight somebody who we looked at the journey and we really want to have them on the show and highlight that person every week. So now I am really excited about today's guest. So, we've had Wolverine on the show, and we've been following Wolverine as he's maintained his light heavyweight champion title, and big fans of Wolverine. But today we have the heavyweight champion, Damien Dibbell. So I'm really excited about bringing him in and getting to learn more about his journey. But as a special treat, I asked our friend JR Ridge, JR the Lion Ridge, to come in and co-host the show with me. So I'm excited to catch up with him too, because I've been since the last time he's been on, man, I can saw the dude's been hitting the gym. The dude's been it looks like he's like in the best shape of his life. So I'm gonna have to talk to him about that when we bring him in. So what's up, brother?
How you doing?
Doing good, man. So have you ever watched the slap fighting competitions?
Yeah, it's crazy, man. People say bare knuckles crazy. Slap fighting is, I think it's just as crazy, man.
Man, I was talking to somebody about this the other day, and I'm like, you know what? I would almost rather get knocked out by getting punched than get knocked out by getting slapped. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you ain't lying. You ain't lying, man.
So, I don't know how these guys do it, man. Hold on a second. It looks like we lost Damien. Let's see if everything's good, so we can get back in. But so while waiting for Damien, there he goes. Tell us a little bit about what you've been working on, man. I mean, I see the Facebook post, dude. I see that you've been in the gym like crazy, man.
Yeah, I need to get back to training. I took a little bit of a break,
Right.
About 4 months. But I'm back to training. I look like in good shape, but I'm definitely not. Honestly, it's just whenever I stop training or at any time after a fight, like I just get big. I blow up.
Man.
Yeah, I just get thick. I'm a thick boy right now.
Man, well, you look like you're ready, man, to get back into the ring, man.
Yeah. There's a few, possibly February. We'll see. They're filling up the card right now.
Okay.
So if it's February, it's February. If not, I'm back in the gym training. So whenever I need to start cutting,
right.
I'm not in bad shape, and trying to cut the calories. I'll at least be in good shape cutting the calories, and it won't be that bad. So
cool. All right. Well, Damien just jumped back on. He got kicked out, so let's see. Let's get him in here. What's up, brother?
Hey, man, how's it going?
It's going good, man. I hate this technology because you can get in, and then for some reason it kicks you out, man. But
it's weird like that. I know.
Yeah. So how's it going, brother?
It's going good, man. Just been training, doing my own thing, trying to get a couple things situated for, my career and stat fight, but it's been great.
Cool. I wanted to ask you the same thing I asked Wolverine when he was on. What made you think about getting into slap fighting? What is it that drew you to that?
Honestly, just seemed like a ton of fun. Like I was watching YouTube videos,
Right.
and just seeing the two dudes go back and forth. I was like, if I was fighting somebody, that'd be my kind of fight right there. Just standing there going back and forth. So, I saw that. I was like, I could try that. Let me try that.
Man. So how long you been slap fighting for now?
I think about like 2.5 years at this point.
Okay.
So, yeah, so it's been a little while.
Cool. All right, so we'll start off kind of, because I wanted to bring you on and share your journey. So kind of tell us where you were born and raised and what was life like for Damien growing up?
I was born in Hawaii. I was always a military brat. So that my dad was stationed at the military base in Hawaii. So I was born in Honolulu. I grew up for the most part in California, Southern California. Actually Oceanside, the Camp Pendleton, the military base that's down there. That's where my dad was stationed. So I've only been in Florida for the past like 6 years, but it was just, raised as a military brat, a lot of moving, a lot of making new friends and stuff like that. But honestly, it was pretty great growing up.
Cool. So JR's in Florida too, so yeah.
Oh, nice.
Where are you at?
Tampa.
I'm in Tampa, dude.
Oh, really? What, bro?
Yeah, I live in Tampa, but the gym's out in St. Pete, so I'm in St. Pete every day.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I live more towards Brandon and Riverview area, so a little further down.
Nice. Yeah, I'm moving out here in a couple weeks, but I live in New Tampa, so it's far, man.
That's a drive.
That's a drive. And I'm tired of it. I'm done with the drive. So
fair enough. I would be too. Traffic down here has been getting crazy.
It's terrible.
Man, so Damien, when you were going to school, or did you play any sports?
Actually, growing up, I played soccer more than anything else. I played like one season of basketball, one season of flag football when I was a little kid,
right?
But mainly played soccer growing up, which didn't really translate anything over to this. But yeah, I loved soccer growing up, so that was just my thing.
Cool. How tall are you?
6'2".
6'2". I thought you were pretty tall. So tell me, what was the first slap fight event that you did? What was that like?
It was with Slap Fight Championships, and it was freaky, because you're going to do this underground sport, so can't talk about location. You're going to this random place, and it's you feel real nervous going into it because you don't know what to expect, like how to train for it. Really, like there's no baseline expectations, so it really was just kind of like a fuck it, let's go kind of thing. Like we're just going to send it and see how it turns out, and it worked out great, but it was definitely nerve-wracking to start out.
Right. That was the first thing I noticed too, that when slap fight first came out, it was almost like a fight club. They had it to where it was like even when you watch the shows, they talk about it was at an undisclosed location, and was it sanctioned? Yeah. How did the fans find out so the fans could show up?
For a lot of their events, there weren't any fans. It was mostly like people that knew any of the fighters. Like you had to be friends of a friend or like know somebody to get into to be in the crowd for those events.
Oh, okay.
But some of the events, I know they have started to do like live events with actual crowds and stuff that they advertise. But for a while, there was real underground because they hadn't got sanctioned yet.
Right. And now, it's changed so much because now that that is sanctioned and and it's gone mainstream. I see like a huge difference with Power Slap and their whole setup.
Oh yeah, it's crazy seeing the different, like from where we started to like how Power Slap is today. It's just you could have told me this, like laid out everything that would have happened and what's going on, and there's no way I believe you. There's no way because it's just crazy. It's hard to imagine, honestly. Still,
Man. So what? How do you train for a Power Slap match?
for me, it's mostly just upper body workouts. I've started training more for boxing recently, so I've kind of been doing a lot of that, and then tying in some of my extra workouts for strictly for Power Slap. But for me, it's mostly like building speed in my slaps because I already have the power. So just continuously trying to slap harder and faster. So it's just the same thing I've been doing for the past 2.5 years, just continuously, just the same thing every time. People ask how I've gotten like so powerful with slapping. I've been doing the one thing for 2.5 years.
Wow.
I better be good at it.
Right. So, man, Jared, you've seen some of these matches, man. When these guys get hit, and especially when they show it in slow motion, you could see the moment the lights go out on some of these guys right before they go down.
It is crazy. Like I was saying earlier, like, I box with no gloves on, but seeing these slaps, like, I think I've actually seen some of the clips randomly online of you, and I'm like, oh my God. Like how, and then like after like 3 or 4 slaps each, like the swelling on the side of the face.
Oh yeah, it gets bad when you first start.
And then I saw one that actually broke the skin and there was blood. I was like, what is happening? Yeah, but you guys are a different breed, man. You guys are a different breed of athletes. I actually had a friend of mine that fights. His name's Julian Lane. He went over to Russia and did a slap fight.
Wow.
I don't know. Crazy. Yeah, I don't know what promotion it was, but he went to Russia to do the slap fight. He ended up losing. I think he lost to the champ. But man, I was like, man, what are you doing? What is going on?
Yeah, no, I wouldn't mess with that Russian league. I've heard not great things about it. So
yeah, wow.
I wouldn't mess with that.
yeah, and he knows now exactly. The things that you've heard, like, we know now. So
fair enough.
Yeah,
man. So there's 3 rules. There's 3 rules to slap fighting. You can't club, you can't step, and you can't flinch. So, and I've noticed this too. So clubbing is that when you hit kind of with the palm?
Yeah, it's like if you hit like this, like say you're hitting like this, that's a club. Right. Or if you're hitting like your palm of your hand is supposed to be right around that chin. So anything further than this should technically be called as a cup. But sometimes the refs don't see it because of the beard and everything. But anything deeper than this should be a club.
Oh
so it's really just so it's really just a place that you have to hit accurately. And and sometimes you'll have guys that do a little dip or like a little pullback. So that you have to just account for that when you're fighting somebody. Right. So you really got to study your opponent and know how they take their slaps.
Right. And that's why they do the lineup. They line it up before, they actually slap. Man. So this is the other thing too. I was talking to Wolverine about is the coin toss is very important because you get the first hit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's important, but honestly, like we're going to get to a point in the sport where the coin toss only matters for beginners because I feel like we're already getting to that point because for me in my championships fights,
Right.
you shouldn't be fighting for the belt unless you're completely comfortable taking the slap first.
Right.
Like, I go into every fight expecting to get hit first. I go into every fight expecting to go the full 5 rounds. But I don't
Wow.
like, I expect it, but
Right.
that's not my goal.
I just watched your match with was it Bernard?
Yeah, Nate Bernard.
Yeah. Then the first slap, dude, the very first slap, you knocked him out.
Yeah. Yeah, that one was crazy. That one I kind of feel bad for laughing at, like
Right.
while on stage. But like just the excitement of like, oh, this is the first match I've won and I didn't need to get hit. Like,
Right.
I just did that first round. All right. It was just the excitement. Like that one, because I was definitely expecting it to go like at least to round 3. At least to round 3. Because that's when I start getting like really in my zone and start hitting the hardest I can.
Right. So,
Yeah, so
you know, that's the other thing too. I noticed when Wolverine faced White Simba. I saw White Simba, and this happens quite a bit. But when somebody clubs, when they hit and they club somebody the first round or whatever, they call it a foul. They call it a foul.
Mm-hmm.
And then if you do it again, then you lose a turn. But I feel like that when some people take advantage of that and use that, because even though it's just they know it's going to be a foul. It's not going to go against them. But clubbing somebody like that could do a lot of damage.
Yeah, it's a lot of damage, and Power Slap actually recently changed the rules because Power Slap has a lot less rounds.
Yeah.
So you can't do that anymore, like in Power Slap. You might be able to get away with that in Slap Fight Championship still, but in Power Slap, you have most of the fights are 3 rounds, and they still deduct a point on any clubbing penalties, and then a second clubbing penalty is a DQ. So at that point, they're forcing you to fight clean, or else you're going to guarantee lose your match.
I'm glad they're doing that too, because either clubbing or even stepping into gives you a major advantage. So
I'm glad
it's already tough enough.
Yeah, it's already a rough sport. Like you don't need those extra penalties. So I'm really glad they're taking into consideration that for like safety reasons, everything.
Man, you're talking about now it's down to 3 rounds. Before it first started, it went, for however long. I think Wolverine said he went 22 rounds.
What?
28 rounds. 28 rounds from Darius. Yeah.
So what's the most rounds that you went?
11.
11 rounds.
Yeah, that's the one fight I lost because I got the 11th one was a penalty hit. So he just got to hit me for free a little extra.
So 11 rounds is 11 slaps.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
You imagine it? You imagine getting hit that many times?
Oh yeah.
And not flinch. You just sit there.
Yeah. You
just gotta sit there and take it. You literally have to be a different kind of person to be able to do this sport. Like anyone that even is willing to join this sport, has respect in my opinion, because you got to be a little crazy to stand there and just like, yeah, I got that hit. Go ahead.
Have you ever been knocked down?
No, I have not been knocked down yet, and I'm trying to keep it that way. Honestly, I've knocked down every single person I've faced has at least fallen on the mat, and I've never been knocked down, and that is a record I'm trying to keep.
Yeah.
Man, and as this is as the sport has grown, there's a lot of big guys coming in. You got Frank the Tank. You have the Hulk.
Oh yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of man. These guys are just huge guys, man.
Yeah, the bigger they are, the harder they fall.
Right.
Every time. Because my first match up until I won the belt, I've pretty much always been the underdog. So like my first 2-3 matches, I got real nervous about it. Like, damn, these are some big dudes. I'm also like the youngest doing this. Like I'm 21. Most of these guys are like 30s, 40s.
Wow.
So like it's just just gotta do what you gotta do at that point.
What are the weight classes?
I don't really know for like middle light heavyweight. I know is like 190 or like 186 to 205, and then heavyweight is 206 to 265, and then super heavyweight is 266 and above.
Wow.
Yeah, those are the ones I know about.
What do you fight at, or what is it?
I fight at heavyweight.
Heavyweight.
I stay around 250, 260, just walking around weight. I never really have to cut or anything for my fights.
Right. And Wolverine just dropped down to light heavyweight, right?
What happened?
Wolverine, he dropped down to light heavyweight, right? Yeah.
Yeah, that's his more comfortable weight, anyways. Like
yeah,
he was really just doing it so he could fight Darius again.
Yeah. So,
yes,
who was your toughest opponent?
Ron, Wolverine. Easily the toughest. He's the only person that's hit me hard enough to where I was like, damn, I don't want another one of those.
Well,
that's the only man that's hit me hard enough that I was like, don't want another one of those. I'm going to have to knock him out.
Right?
They didn't do
Wolverine's a beast, man. That dude's a beast.
He really is. He is something else. Like,
you know what's cool about Wolverine is he's such a humble guy.
Oh yeah, he's a very soft-spoken and humble guy. Like he don't talk shit about nobody usually until you get on his nerves, like Turp did. Right. I ain't never seen him act like that.
I told him after he took fought Turpin, I was like, that's the first time I ever seen you have any emotion in a match.
Yeah. Shit was wild. I was like, oh my God. Like, okay, Ron, calm down. Like, calm down, Ron. Don't kill the man.
Right.
Jeez. Like, he was.
You know what's funny is when I talked to Wolverine, I asked him who he thought was the toughest opponent. He said you. And he said that he didn't see you losing that title, the heavyweight title, anytime soon. He's like, this guy's a beast, you know?
Yeah, there's a mutual respect there. Like I know he's my toughest fight, and he knows I'm his toughest. Because I'm also the only one that's ever knocked him down. Like he's never been knocked out in sat fights still, but I'm the only one that's actually sat him down in the sport. Like, and he's had like dozens of fucking matches.
Right.
So like that was a proud little moment for me. I was like, okay. And I used to be a fan of Ron's when I started the sport. Like a lot of these, like Ron, Darius, Frank the Tank, like I watched them before I started. Like they helped get me to where I am today.
Right.
And I always appreciate them for that.
So when you're watching somebody like that, you know, and you look up to them, what was it like when you have to go in there and face them?
Honestly, just exciting, because that's really like when you get to prove like that you belong in the sport. Like that was always my thing, like proving that I'm top dog in the sport, and there's a reason I'm doing this for, and like I'm going to be the best in the sport. So to be able to take down one of the legends of the sport was amazing. It was just exciting to me.
Right. Man.
Yeah.
So who do you think, and that's new, that's coming in, that's going to be, once they start getting more matches, is going to be really tough to.
Honestly, Brian Ellis, he's a big guy. If he gets if he starts training properly and gets his skill down and everything correct the way it needs to be, because he did get DQ'd his first match. You can't be doing that. Can't be doing that. So like if he gets his stuff down, I feel like he could be a threat. Logan could be a threat. Honestly, Dorian, I haven't gotten to fight him yet, so I just like to just go down the list. But there's honestly anyone in the heavyweight division could be a threat if they just work at it and keep going. Like it's that kind of sport where it really just takes someone having a bad day and you having a good day to change the rankings up.
Right.
But definitely Brian Ellis is a good watch.
Man, who's the biggest trash talker?
Oh, Terp. Freaking Terp. That man is hilarious. Great guy.
Right.
But he talks so much. I would hate to fight him just because he'd be annoying with how much shit he talks.
Right.
It's hilarious.
So, JR, what's funny about Turpin is that after he knocks somebody out, he falls to the ground and starts humping the ground in front of him, dude.
Oh
yeah,
my
like
god!
straight like stripper slow hump on the ground. Like
Right.
he does a full rotation and everything.
Oh my god!
Hilarious.
That's wild. He's a wild man.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he's great to watch. Definitely gonna blow up.
I saw White Simba. White Simba talked a lot of trash too.
Oh yeah, but Terp could back it up. That's the difference. Terp was able to back that shit up.
Right.
White Simba didn't back shit up. He
Right.
got his ass whooped. like it was just embarrassing for White Simba. Terp at least put up a fight.
Right. You know, that was funny because I saw White Simba. He was talking about him being the chosen one, and all the trash he was talking.
I'm pretty sure he made a rap song and then a reply to the rap song himself. Like real weird shit.
Wow.
I was like, bro, what the fuck?
Wow. Man.
Yeah.
So when's your next match?
No idea. I was hoping and trying to get a fight for February because
Right.
tax season's coming up, but that didn't work out. So I don't know if I'll be fighting in February. I haven't heard anything, but I'll probably be fighting in April if anything.
Okay.
It's like if I don't fight in February,
Yeah.
it's just I beat the number 1 and number 2 heavyweight already, so they're just kind of sifting, trying to find who I can fight next.
Right.
Yeah, so just got the heavyweight division on lock right now until more guys start coming in.
Okay. So I know that Wolverine said that they're trying to do a rematch with Turpin.
Yep.
So, which he wasn't really happy about, but because they really thought Turpin was going to win that, but Turpin didn't win it. So, but you got to defend your title, so they got to get you about pretty quick.
I mean, I just defended it last time, and it's kind of turning into like every other event I get to fight because they get a contender, I knock out a contender, and then they have to find another contender. So it's just cycling through all the. And with Nate and Dwayne holding number 1 and number 2, they have to find someone really damn good.
Right.
Beat those guys because I knocked both of them out. So they got to find someone that can knock both of those dudes out, basically. And you don't just find people like that usually.
Right.
Yeah. So who knows, man?
That's crazy, man. I wouldn't last 2 seconds, man. If I got hit like that, I'm telling you right now, I'd wake up next Tuesday, man. That'd be it.
Wake up next Tuesday, be like, bro, what the fuck?
Right. JR would have a lot better chance than I would.
Man, I don't think so. I'll be the same way. I'll wake up next Friday.
Come on, bro. You just gotta eat a hit or 2 or 3. Just straight to the chin. Ain't no thing. It's a lot easier than it looks, bro. I'm telling you. You just gotta stand there and take a hit. It's real simple.
Man.
I don't know about that. I don't know.
Yeah, no, it's different kind of crazy, but if you like it, you love it.
I love watching it. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, it's really I've been showing it up at work with a lot of my friends, man. And it was funny because I showed it to somebody yesterday, and they're like, "Oh man, I thought that was fake." Whenever they saw it on TikTok, I'm like, "Dude, yeah, it's not fake, man. Real. These guys are really knocking each other out, man."
Yeah, I can show you some photos of my cheek, bro.
Right?
It's real. You feel it, but it's so much fun. Like the thrill you get from those events, like nothing like it.
Right. And I was thinking too when I saw Frank the Tank get hit, and actually I saw one where Darius get hit. when they got hit so hard, you see the lights go out right before they, when they do the slow motion. You can
Yeah.
just see the lights go out in their eyes, man, right when they're dropping. And I was thinking, what are they thinking at that moment when you get hit that hard?
Nothing. They're brain dead for a few seconds.
Right?
Honestly, from personal experience, I could tell you, like, as that hit's connecting, it'll be the most for me at least, it'll be the most random thing. Like,
Right.
I'll be getting hit, and I'll be just like, damn, that kind of hurt, but I'm hungry right now. Like, or like, damn, that's starting to itch. I hope that nigga washed his hands.
Wow.
Like, I hope his hands were clean, bro. Like, this
That
is
is
doing
crazy.
poison damage. Like, oh my god. Yeah, no, it'll just be like something random or goofy, but that's just me. I'm a goofy, funny guy. Like,
Right?
So I'll just be getting hit. And I'll just be like, oh, whatever, and then go off to the next one. But if it like really hurts, like it really like rattles me a bit, like
Right.
and that's when the adrenaline starts pumping, and there's no thoughts anymore. It's just, okay, we gonna slap this motherfucker. Like,
Right.
okay, it's time. You about to get yours. I took it. Oh, it was a good shot, but nah, I'm gonna have to give this back.
Wow.
So, yeah. So for every fighter, it's probably different, but that's just what it's like for me when I'm up there.
Man, I've seen some guys get hit pretty hard. One of the matches I saw, the guy got hit and he fell. He got back up, and he thought the match had just started.
Oh
He
yeah,
didn't realize that he already got hit. He already got slapped.
oh yeah.
So they had to call that fight. And then was it Power Slap 5? Who was the dude that got hit and then he like did a somersault?
Got hit and did a somersault.
Yeah, he tried to get up and he fell backwards and just like completely did a somersault.
Honestly, I could not tell you. I feel like I know the person, but I just cannot think of a name right now.
Yeah.
I remember what you're talking about though. That was wild.
Because he tried to stand up and then he like just fell and just flipped over himself, man, trying to get back up, dude.
Was that Bear? Was that Bear Bennett? I don't think it was. Nah, I think Bear got a knockout. I don't remember. But I know it was I remember watching it, and yeah, that was crazy. Can't think of the dude's name right now, but oh my god, that's rough,
man. So after like before every fight, you guys have to do get like a medical check and make sure you guys don't have any concussions and.
I think it's yearly. Like every year, you have to get your medicals done.
Okay.
And then they do a quick medical exam before your fights. Yeah, like before and after. Just to make sure there's nothing new, nothing you need to go, see a doctor about or anything crazy. Wow. Well, they do your medical checks before and after.
Man, what's the worst you've seen? Somebody get hit.
The worst hit I've seen, honestly, would probably be my own against Dwayne. Because Dwayne got knocked out that one. Like, I was watching it back, I was concerned. Like, it was rough. There was, like, blood dripping everyeverywhere, like, from his mouth. Yeah, like he ripped some in his mouth, and it was just dripping blood. Like, he looked like he got messed up. Bro, I was like, oh, my God. You good?
Man.
Yeah, no, that one was pretty dirty. But there's been a lot of good ones. The Crazy Hawaiian got a crazy knockout too. Like, which fight was it? I think it was Sat for Cash. I think he faced whoever was fighting Sat for Cash. That one was a crazy knockout. That was a big boy. That was seeing a 400-pound dude just fall backwards like nothing. Like, bro, how do you even catch that? Yeah. How? With that much momentum? Nah.
Wow.
Yeah, no, that definitely I'd say the two craziest knockouts I've seen recently. But there's been a lot of them. The somersault, Sheena got a crazy one. They used that promo for a while. Sheena, her first match, she gave she slapped a girl and made her do a somersault. And I was like, damn, okay.
Right.
Sheena's badass, bro.
That's another person I want to get on, man, because I've seen some of her fights too. And the girl's crazy, man.
Oh, yeah. She is strong as hell. She says, like, she'd be willing to fight some of the guys.
Right.
And, like, there's no way they'd let her do that. But I
Right.
promise you, she could take some of the motherfuckers. Like, I promise you, she could take some of them.
Right.
Like, she built like that.
I've seen her eat some really big slaps, man.
Oh yeah, she got a chin. She got power. Like, bro, honestly, just let her at this point. I feel like she could take them. Just
Wow.
There ain't no way they'd allow it. But like,
right.
She asking for it. Just let her do it, bro. What? Why we gotta do all this?
Just find somebody that's in her weight class and let them go.
Yeah, just let her go. See how it turns out.
Man, that would be crazy too, because especially if she won, against one of the guys, man.
Oh yeah, if she won, bruh. Oh my god, sport would blow up from that fight.
Right. Well, the guy who lost, he'd never hear the end of it either.
Oh nah, absolutely not. And then Sheena just goes on to like win a belt or something, and then everyone's like, "Well, it's Sheena." Like,
right?
Yeah, you lost, but it's Sheena. Like, what did you expect?
Right.
Yeah.
Well, cool, man. So hopefully they'll get you back on, soon, so you can, defend your title again. We look forward to seeing it, man.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Yeah, I'm just waiting for that call back.
Cool. So what are you doing in the meantime?
Just helping my brother-in-law, with his yard business. Coaching. I've taken one person, or we're in the talks of getting one person to get coached under me. Just business stuff, going to start selling merchandise and all that. So just a little bit of everything, staying busy.
Right. That's another thing too, because the sport's becoming so popular, and you have millions of fans now watching this. Do you guys have his own merchandise store, or?
They have PowerStep has their own merchandise, and we get a percentage. I don't know how much I'm allowed to talk about all that because that's contract stuff, but we get a percentage of whatever they sell. And then a lot of the guys have started doing their own merchandising, like through those connections, getting their shirts, shoes, whatever.
Okay.
I'm starting off pretty small. I'm just going to start off with like stickers, maybe shirts, maybe if I can find someone doing it for cheap.
Right.
But, just starting off small, slowly build it up because like my personal following isn't that big yet. But the sport's growing up so much that I want to at least get those things ready for, if my following just grow.
Right. So JR has merchandise. He's got a lot of really cool stuff that he's selling on there.
Oh, that's nice.
Man. You gotta do it, man. You gotta brand yourself.
Yeah. I heard that's the way to go. I'm trying. We're getting there.
Yeah. This is one of my hats, actually.
Oh, nice. Yeah, clean. I love the fucking flat brim hats. Only hats I wear.
Well, cool, man. Well, David, I want to thank you, man, so much for being on the show, brother.
No problem, man. Pleasure being on. Always love doing interviews and everything.
Cool. Whenever as you progress in your title matches, man, we'd love to have you come back on and after each fight, and we'll talk.
Oh yeah, definitely. We could definitely do that, man.
Cool. And then we can help push some of the stuff that you're doing. And dude, you've been doing this long enough now that with the right promotion, I think that you could blow up pretty good, pretty big in this sport, man. So
yeah.
And Ron said he doesn't see you losing that title anytime soon, man, because he said you're one of the toughest guys out there. So
I appreciate that. Go hype me up a little too much. I'll have a chip on my shoulder for a couple of hours after this.
Right. Well, cool, man. Again, man, I appreciate you jumping on, man, and being on the show, and you're welcome back anytime, brother.
All right, man. Thank you for having me. Y'all have a good day.
All right.
Take it easy, bro. Nice to meet you.
For jumping in and co-hosting with me, man.
No
Yeah,
problem.
it was fun.
Man.
So cool. So, yeah, when's your next match?
Like I said, possibly February.
Cool.
You know, we're in talks. A multi-fight deal.
Cool.
So I'm not quite sure when the next fight is. Possibly February. I don't know. The card is filling up now. It'll be the first fight of the year in 2024. It's in Miami, but I don't know if we're getting matched up. I was actually supposed to talk to my manager today, but I think he may be busy when I called him.
Right.
But yeah, hopefully first half of the year I'll have the my first fight back since the title fight. So
cool. Are they thinking about matching you back up with John, or are they looking for somebody else?
I need to have a few more. I need to win the next couple fights, and then I'm still ranked number 1 contender. So I need to have a few more fights, and then we'll get a shot at John again. But
cool.
That's I have to have another shot at John. I'm gonna beat him this time. Like you said it before. Like the belt's already mine. It just wasn't mine that night.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I believe it too, man. I believe that's your belt, man. So keep doing what you're doing, man. To go get that thing, because that is your name on it.
Yes, sir. I am. I'm back to training. It feels good, and we're just gonna stay ready. So
cool. All right, brother. Well, thanks a lot for jumping on with us, man, and co-hosting the show with me, man.
Yeah, of course, man. Anytime.
Cool. All right, guys. Thank you guys for joining us. Remember, guys, you guys are uniquely designed with a purpose, and always keep moving forward. Peace.